The plan is to build what's called the FCC, the Future Circular Collider,
Holy
next
shit.
to the existing accelerator, and measure nearly 91 kilometres, that's around 56 miles. Inside, particles will travel much further than they currently do. They're pulsed by an electric field and stronger magnets, which make the particles collide with much greater force, and hopefully revealing far
And fastest way to ruin our planet as well, yeah.
more.
But it is more than that, because there are lots of physicians. I know some. They're doing very strange experimentation. There are beings from portals coming in and out. It's physicists from the CERN who told me this.
They've testified
is-
to beings coming in and out of portals.
Yes.
What? What the hell? Okay, CERN is something that we're all concerned with, yeah, sure, but it's like, we heard these conspiracies, but I only took them as conspiracies, and now it's like more than just conspiracy by the looks of it.
And
sort
they
of
were
beings?
saying, I mean, I met them at a dinner, and there were two of them, and both said that, yes, they have, secondhand proof that the people who they're dealing with the boson of Higgs and subatomic things. So they have apparently in the bottom of the CERN this portal, this door where they are dealing with all the subatomic dimensions. They say there are 17 different dimensions of
There
reality.
is something more supernatural on the drawing board at CERN than what is being admitted. Even Adam Barker of Tech Bubble wrote of CERN a while back that with the LHC, CERN are expecting to find other dimensions and open portals to these dimensions. If you have the image of Stargate in your head right now, you're spot on. That's what he said.
That's what those physicists say. Some others say there are more dimensions. We know the time, space, the tri-dimensional X, Y, Z in a graphic. But then you have more dimensions, and they are playing with that. They're using that, and we're a group, and they had a being. They did not tell me more. Who came that doesn't resemble a human. And then they had another one. When you look at what is going on in the CERN, there is a fight from some of the military agencies, intel. They say that there is a fight on time. They're trying to change time.
Okay, well, the Mandela effect is this idea that pops up from time to time. The name comes from Nelson Mandela, who was a political activist in Africa and was incarcerated from the 60s to 1990. Some people claim to remember him dying in prison in the 1980s, when in reality, he was released from prison, helped overturn apartheid, and went on to be the president of South Africa for 5 years. He eventually died in 2013. It seems that some people combine their full memories of Mandela's death in the 1980s with his subsequent release and presidency and somehow conclude that we're somehow sliding between parallel universes. These people have a variety of ideas about how the transfer between parallel universes occurs, from some sort of natural phenomena to it being caused by the Large Hadron Collider in Europe. People remember the name of the Berenstain Bear books, that's with an AIN, as once being Berenstain Bears, that's with an EIN. Or a lot of people will swear that in the original version of the Star Wars movie, The Empire Strikes Back, that Darth Vader said, "Luke, I am your father," when what he really said was, "No, I am the father."
And then he went on to draw parallels to the biblical story of Jacob's ladder. Perhaps you remember the dream that says, "Behold, there was a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of God were ascending and descending on it." Then Jacob wakes up from his sleep and he says, "Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it." And he was afraid. And he says, "How awesome is this place? This is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven," Genesis 28. Now this ladder, described in the first book of the Bible, describes something like a portal from heaven to earth through which God's angels, interdimensional and spiritual beings from another reality, were traveling. When Jacob wakes up, he refers to the location as a gate, much like today's trendy terms gateway or stargate. one of CERN's goals is to recreate Jacob's Ladder, according to Barker, and to reopen a portal. Now, Sergio Bertolucci, who is the official director for research and scientific computing at CERN, he was asked a while back about this extra-dimensional doorway by the Register, which is a London and New York operated science and technology journal. And he didn't hesitate with an enlightening response. He said, yes, out of this door might come something, or we might send something through it. Now, prophecy in numerous parts of the Bible refer to a coming day when portals will be opened and spiritual entities are going to pass through and come to the earth. Now, if that's true, and if those verses are accepted for their literal meaning and not written off as some kind of poetic allegory, as some scholars have claimed, then the idea of CERN playing with gateways is a major concern.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
And if, as CERN claims, they're only out to explore space-time matter, particles, and the origin of our known universe and planets from exclusively a scientific or Darwinian-related perspective, if their agenda is unrelated to Bible prophecy entirely, then what is it with all this mystical symbolism that they knowingly are associating themselves with? Wouldn't it be more appropriate for them just to proudly display a polished statue of a particle or some artist's depiction of the Big Bang instead of the statue of Shiva?
So April 8th, the unknown plans. We're about to get into the deeper aspects of what's going on here. We just caught CERN most recently setting up the ritualistic dance. This right here, just recently, if you look on CERN's page, you can see that they literally just had her do the dance ritual. Check it out right here on screen. I don't know if this is the dance of destruction, but 10 days ago, and they're saying like, oh, we're dancing to the farewell of the sun, and basically this is the dance where they come out and they have their ritual ceremony.
What is the link from dance to quantum? We live in a classical world, and for us, quantum is invisible. It surrounds us. It is microscopic, but also at the largest scales. Can the concepts of quantum, particle wave duality, transition between two states with nothing in between them, be mapped to the body, to movement, to stillness?
And so I need a lot of you to break that down here in the comment sections and talk about more of what we're actually seeing here. The dance is longer than I'm going to put out because I'm not putting out the whole exact thing. But if you listen to the video, it has creepy vibes. Like if you have a spiritual sense anywhere, you would be able to feel the exact situation that's going on. Recently, 10 days ago, for a solar eclipse, think about the statue of Shiva that's up there already. And when you add this into it, and if you go to this video on CERN's official page on YouTube, you'll feel the creepy vibes and you know it's something demonic. So you know we gotta pray against the attacks. You know we gotta fight against it right now. We need massive energy against this. And it's absolutely creepy. You go there and you listen to it and you're like, yeah, this is not, this is not some uplifting good energy that you feel from people that actually have good purpose and intention. So that's where we're at right now. We're in a critical point in history.
For those who have not yet heard about this controversial piece of art that CERN proudly exhibits between buildings 39 and 40 near the main building of their operation, it stands as really the most visible and celebrated imagery behind their work, Shiva. This is the Hindu god of destruction. In 2004, the government of India which has had a long-standing friendship with leaders behind the CERN project even before the completion of the Large Hadron Collider, the gifted CERN with this bronze work of an art depicting Shiva as Nataraja, the lord or sometimes king of the dance. This dance that Shiva performs in the sculpture is the one that provides the source of the creation cycle in Hindu mythology, the preservation of all life in existence and the termination of all life in existence. The Rudra Tandava is a dance that especially displays Shiva's sadistic personality as he rains down the ultimate destruction upon a weary planet. The plaque at the side beside the statue, however, reads in part, hundreds of years ago, Indian artists created visual images of dancing Shivas in a beautiful series of bronzes. In our time, physicists have used the most advanced technology to portray the patterns of the cosmic dance. The metaphor of the cosmic dance thus unifies ancient mythology, religious art, and modern physics. So right there out in the open for all to see is a direct correlation between the Hindu perception of Shiva hundreds of years ago, which is the concept of destroyer that I explained a moment ago, and our time, unifying, quote, ancient mythology, religious art, and modern physics.
Something is going on.
You think everything's a conspiracy.
Everything is.
Why is Geneva of such significance? Because you've got the World Health Organization, all these meetings in Geneva. You've got CERN in Geneva, Davos, Switzerland. Why is Geneva so significant?
Yeah, I would say Switzerland is very significant in general, but because of our neutrality, there could be many factors. So I could take it at different levels. The geopolitically, Switzerland is a nice country of peasants, former mercenaries, historically, and they're nice. They look, they're compliant and neutral normally. That's one. But actually, the other one is the banking system, secret banking system. Still to this day, they can put all the money they want. The immunity is another one, geopolitically.
Okay, well, in my mind, I'm assuming like those people are easily controlled. Okay, yeah, that's why they're there.
The scientists open, you do hypothesis because that's how you build an open reality. Because otherwise, you miss the point. It makes sense because they're all here. So it's the World Economic Forum is just opposite the UN. The UN is 10 minutes by car to the CERN. Then you have all the sports association, FIFA, UEFA, also at 10 minutes, half an hour from everything.
No.
So,
No.
And then we have the Bank of Settlements in Basel. That's 2 hours and a half away by car. But it's all there. Small Switzerland is like the Disneyland of everything they want to do.
The Large Hadron Collider has the potential to unintentionally generate a wormhole, an imagined passage through the fabric of space-time, linking far-flung areas of the universe. Wormholes are currently only conjectural constructs, yet their theoretical ability to expedite travel beyond the speed of light or open up avenues for communication over vast cosmic expanses renders them a captivating topic for scientific investigation. The concept of a wormhole, if brought into existence by the collider, could revolutionize our understanding of the universe and the laws of physics. Delving into the idea of initiating a portal through the Large Hadron Collider presents a fascinating prospect that captivates curiosity. However, it triggers substantial ethical dilemmas and considerations of utmost importance. Central to these deliberations is the apprehension surrounding unforeseen repercussions, notably the emergence of perilous occurrences like miniature black holes or erratic wormholes as plausible outcomes. In addition, the activation of a portal holds immense significance for mankind, promising to not only reshape our perception of the universe, but also potentially reconfigure the very essence of existence.